Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week I've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And Jimmy.
What is up?
Yo, boys.
Hey.
Dogs.
Hey.
Pasta pals.
I couldn't come up with anything. I froze.
Nothing to say. I've had a lot of pasta this week, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Decent amount.
What constitutes a lot of pasta?
I've had
I've
pasta
zero.
for dinner like the last couple nights in a row.
Leftovers. Make it once, eat it for the rest.
No, actually it was separate meals.
Oh, wow.
And one of those days I had one of those for lunch later.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I normally, if I make like spaghetti, I make like just like a butt ton, and then like, eat
right?
just like spaghetti for like 3 days.
How do you, if at all, when you make pasta noodles,
You mean
spaghetti? Let's say
Yeah.
specifically. Like, how do you measure how much you're gonna make?
what do you wait?
Oh,
I use the box.
you just put the whole
Put
box
the entire
in.
box in.
Yeah,
Wow.
because it's like a what? Well, yeah, I just
If you're eating it for 3 days.
So I put it in the box, and then we eat it, and then because I also make like because then I use like the full like jar of sauce.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, and then I put
Well, if you're using the whole box of pasta,
I usually do ground meat, zucchini, artichoke, some spinach,
Nice.
some like garlic, and then a couple other things like randomly that I put in. And so like I might make my sauce. It's pretty like hearty,
Nice.
so it's not like
You got a stew going.
it's almost like a stew
R.I.P.
just
Carl Weathers.
with like pasta noodles. And I also generally I'm saying like I make spaghetti, but I actually usually use like a ziti or like an elbow macaroni
Mm-hmm.
instead of like spaghetti noodles.
So, but you're throwing the whole box.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just throwing the whole box in, because then when we're done eating, then it's like you put some noodles and then some of the sauce and just put them in like different Tupperwares, and then you just got like a meal in a Tupperware ready to go for like lunch and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just use everything.
Well, that makes measuring easy.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, I guess box size matters, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. You might be
Oh,
using
for sure.
smaller
'Cause
boxes.
they don't
You're not
think it's
using like a family size
Because
box.
no, I think it's like maybe max like a 16-ounce size or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
I might
'Cause,
have
yeah,
I might have a box of
typically-
noodles upstairs. I could probably run
I
upstairs.
feel like a lot of people struggle with this. Is just like, especially with spaghetti noodles, it's just you just grab a handful and you're just like,
Yep.
that's probably enough. I'll eat that.
Yep. For sure. Yeah, if it's like long noodles like that,
Yeah.
yeah, just okay, do you like throw the whole length of noodle in, or do you like break it in half? Some people do that.
Don't you fucking break the noodles, do you?
So you just
Aren't
put
you
it,
married
you
to
put it,
Aren't you married to an Italian
I'm
person?
asking. I'm not saying that I do it. I am
No.
asking.
No, you
Do
do
not
not.
break
You
the
do not break the
You
noodles.
just let the one half get soft, and then you shove the other half
Yes.
in.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, you do
work
not.
at
You
it.
do not break
Alright.
the noodles.
All right, just wondering.
Can you not tell us what you do?
That's what I do.
Okay. Just wanted to make
That's
sure.
what I
Just wanted to
do.
make sure.
But I kind of, part of me feels like it's out of laziness. I don't know.
I have in the past. I mean, I have done it that way where you break like
Okay.
the spaghetti in half.
Yeah.
But then you just like all of a sudden like rando spaghetti just shoots
yeah, it goes
everywhere
fucking
too.
everywhere. Yeah. I've tried that before, and I'm just like, nah.
You need like
Sure.
you need like a spaghetti tent or
Honestly,
something to
not
like do
eating
it
a
in.
lot of spaghetti at our place. Do a lot of like penne or rigatoni, or
Yeah.
I like noodles like that where it's like this is gonna soak up a lot of whatever I'm
Yeah.
putting it into.
Mhm.
That's why when I make like a spaghetti, I guess sauce, I
Yeah.
use a different noodle because then it's
Mhm.
just like it's gonna grab it.
Yeah,
Yeah. There is a pasta we used to have. I think it was called cascatelli.
yeah.
That like Claire had got. It was like from like a podcast or something. That like someone was trying to develop like a new kind of pasta and was using, like not just inventing a shape out of thin air, but like, trying to figure out, okay, what's the best shape for like soaking in sauce and like having a good chew and like so it's like these weird like slug kind of looking things with like ridges but they like soak up sauce well, they like fork well, they bite well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Some specialty made noodle.
I use a food scale and I measure out exactly how many grams of pasta I'm making.
Wait, do you really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Is that in relation to the amount of like sauce you're making? You know, or so do you know like I'm gonna do 20 grams of pasta, therefore I'm gonna make this much sauce?
The sauce is pretty much eyeballing.
And are you making it just like for the night?
I've figured out that if I measure out about 112 grams of pasta, that's good for me and Claire for that's good for 3 meals.
Okay.
I'm trying to do the
so
math right.
6
Each?
servings.
Yeah.
3 servings, 1.5 Joe and Claire meals.
Okay.
That's where I
where
was
you were
getting
getting
the
tripped
most.
up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
See, when you just use the whole jar and put a bunch of stuff in it,
Mhm.
and then you use the whole box of noodles, that is good for the
Days.
rest of the week.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Noodles aren't the same by the end of the week, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm never mad about it. So
Well, yeah. Still
it's also like they are like sitting in like a Tupperware or whatever, the glass like Pyrex or whatever. They're sitting in there with like the sauce too. So they're just
okay.
they're just
okay.
marinating.
Get enough sauce in there. The thing
Yeah.
with the noodles will dry out, but you
Yeah.
get enough sauce.
But they
in
don't
there.
dry out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Sure,
keep them
sure.
separate. I just go like, we're committing to this. And then if we have
Okay.
any sauce left over, because sometimes you do, because it's like, that's too much sauce for the noodles we have left,
Mm-hmm.
then it's time to make an egg bake.
Mm.
And you put the sauce. You
Yeah.
mix the sauce into the
And
egg
you
bake.
put the sauce in the egg bake, and that fucking rocks.
That's
Put a little of
amazing.
the noodles in there.
Never
That's
done
amazing.
the noodles. Joe, besides the Premier Pasta podcast
Pasta pod.
that there is,
Premier Pasta Pod.
that's right, PPP. Loans. Joe, what kind of podcast is this?
Podsta pals. We take a TV show and we watch the first and last episode in order to judge its merits without having to watch the entire thing. It's one step above reading a Wikipedia article.
And you don't have
Who
to
has
read.
the time?
Yeah, who knows how to read these days anyway?
And considering
You
that
shouldn't
literacy,
be reading and driving anyway.
yeah, that's fair. And considering
Yeah.
that literacy is going down in this country, we're really doing a service.
Oh, it's about to.
We're staying ahead of the game.
It's about to.
It's about to take a dive.
It's been taking a dive,
Jimmy
I
knows
think.
something I don't.
Yeah, what do you know about literacy?
I just am nervous about the Civil War that's coming.
Oh, cool.
So,
That movie's dope, though.
Civil War?
No, I haven't seen
The
it.
Captain
We'll put it on
America?
sometime.
No, that whatever that.
We doing a
Civil-
Marvel show tonight?
I mean, not that I know of.
Glory? You're talking about the movie Glory?
The Civil War.
Do you guys have to
movie?
watch that in school?
Denzel?
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
There's no way I would choose to watch that movie.
No.
What a rough, like Matthew Broderick. Like,
Yeah.
man.
You think Zoomers had to
I'm
watch that
sorry.
in school?
Yeah, what
Like,
is
why
the-
did we have to
Wild.
watch it?
Huh.
I don't know. Do you think they still have to watch Remember the Titans when it's raining outside and you can't have gym class outside?
I don't think I watched that one in school.
No, we watched that a lot.
We watched The Life
That
of
seems
Brian one
teacher-
time in school.
Oh, dude, remember that?
Were you in?
That
were
was
you there?
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't watch the whole thing.
Well, we watched it up to we watched it up to that guy's big dick.
Up to the dick.
Oh, we saw Dick.
Yeah. Our teacher was
Have you
like,
seen that movie, Monty Python?
No, I haven't. No.
It hangs dong.
yeah, some dude like he like opens like the window.
It's Brian.
and it's Brian, the titular character.
See,
We saw his life, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
actually, I think we must, because that's like right away.
It's
That's like the credits are still rolling.
No, we got like a half an hour in.
Yeah, maybe.
Brian himself.
Big Dick Brian. That's what I learned in 8th grade.
Yeah, our teacher's like husband was like, oh yeah, the kids should watch. The kids will like this. It was like the last day of school or something. Last week of school. She apparently had never seen it. Did not vet it at all.
Yeah.
Bunch of middle schoolers just watching dicks.
In similarly in like 7th grade social studies, we got to like vote and pick a movie to watch on like the last day.
You guys picked Boogie Nights.
No, we picked Ferris Bueller's Day Off
Hell yeah.
because we fit the criteria of like it has to be like PG or whatever. And
But that's like 80s PG.
yeah, it's 80s PG, which
Ooh.
means there wasn't a PG-13.
Good call.
So the day of comes and our teacher says like, hey, like I reviewed Ferris Bueller's Day Off last night and I could not think of showing a movie in school where people are ditching class. And so he was like, but there's another Matthew Broderick movie that like just came out on DVD, so I got that instead. It was Inspector Gadget.
It was Godzilla 2000.
He assumed that's what you
Like
liked about it was
the
Matthew Broderick.
1999 Matthew Broderick Inspector Gadget, and that's what we watched instead.
I've never seen that movie.
It
I
was
don't think
bad.
I
For
have either.
good reason.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
For good reason.
Oh man. Well, Joe, do you bring a show to us this week?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Is there another way I can like work this into a bait and switch? Like, hey, you guys like
Well, is it about pasta, dicks,
Matthew Broderick in this.
or Matthew Broderick?
you guys like Sheldon? Well, guess what? It's not The Big Bang Theory. Gotcha.
Is it goddamn
It's Young Sheldon.
God damn it.
Oh, that's over?
Yeah, ended this May.
Should have never began.
Ran for 7 seasons, which like Young Sheldon, like you ain't gonna be
Dang.
that young by the end of 7 seasons. So I
can't
get why they had
imagine.
to end the show. I am also surprised though that it ran for 7 seasons.
That's insane.
Yeah.
How young was young Sheldon?
I don't know.
I mean,
Old enough to party.
old enough to act in a series, so I'm guessing. Man, so is he going to be in like high school?
Yeah, I mean, looking at the kid from the screenshots here, it looks like I would guess this kid is playing like a 8-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah, he's under 10, right?
Yeah, he's
Maybe
under 10.
I realized that in my adulthood, especially as a person without children,
Yeah.
I have no idea how old kids are.
Yeah.
Like looking at them.
It's hard to tell sometimes, man. It's really hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just thinking in my brain like that kid could be 8. Although, yeah, it's hard to tell. You could make a...
Yeah.
It says,
So Sheldon,
He could be 21.
it says Annie Potts is in this show.
that's a name that sounds familiar. Oh, she's from Designing Women?
Maybe she's from Ghostbusters.
Oh, she's like the secretary in
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Annie Potts.
That's interesting.
How do I say this in a non-problematic way?
No, say it as problematic. No,
Say it.
Do it that
Be
way.
All
racist.
right.
She's also
Most problematic way?
she's also in Designing Women. Yes.
She is in
Yeah.
Designing Women. Annie Potts, underrated babe.
Oh, nice.
Just saying.
Oh no, I totally
Yes.
agree. Her in
Huh.
Ghostbusters?
Mm-hmm. I'm saying even Ghostbusters, where they're trying to make her look like a nerdy
Like
secretary,
frumpy.
or whatever.
I'm a
Yeah,
nerd.
Yeah.
You're like, you're a hot nerd.
you just put glasses on. Like, okay.
Nice try, Potts.
you're not getting away with this.
You're not fooling anybody in those glasses.
I assumed she's then Sheldon's hot mom or something. Yeah.
Maybe.
Awkward. I love it.
Maybe. Well, because I feel like I guess I don't know anything about this, but I assume we're gonna go like obviously Sheldon's super duper smart. He's insufferable. It's a child I'm gonna want to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, is she
And his
Sheldon's hot grandma?
and his mom.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And Sheldon's mom at least is probably gonna be like I don't know. He probably grew up in like Alabama, and he's got like some
I'm
like,
guessing
like
it's the
Southern
South,
hick
yeah.
mom kind
Mhm.
of thing. Does he? Dad's not around.
Mm.
I kind of imagine something like that.
Is that why he got super nerdy?
He had to get smart because his mom didn't have a dad. I don't know. Like,
Because his mom didn't have a dad.
so maybe like episode 1 is like dad leaves to go get a like the whatever version of a carton of cigarettes is in this show.
I mean, what when do we think this is?
Yeah, so
What do you mean?
if Big Bang started in early aughts,
Well, you think Big Bang's early aughts? They're in their like what, mid-30s probably in Big Bang. They're in their early 30s.
Yeah, Big Bang's
yeah,
theory
30 maybe.
started in 2007.
Okay. So
okay, a little
minus
so later.
so
aughts.
minus 30 years from 2007. Well, not 30 because that would be when Sheldon's born.
Sure.
Right.
So
So he's
Plus
born in,
eight.
we're saying
87.
87,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
so this puts this in the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mid 90s.
'Kay.
I want to see Stickly in.
I
this
want to.
first
Yes.
episode.
Now that I know that this is where we're going, now my expectations are
Much higher.
much higher. Like,
That's
I'm ready.
incorrect.
This is.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong.
I've been saying this, every time something like this comes up, that like I'm ready to be the demographic that is targeted for nostalgia. So,
For-
like,
You
for-
know,
I want to be the
You would-
demographic for any Chuck Lorre show.
mm-hmm.
you would think that would be true. How do we get into that 90s nostalgia? That's where the money is.
Yeah, we just need to we need to give them the money. That's how we do it. And we will today by watching Young Sheldon,
We don't
because I think we need to buy the last episode.
buy an episode of Young Sheldon.
Are you trying to hurt me?
Fantastic. To give Chuck Lorre money for this. Do we know it's in the South based on the show, or are you just taking
No,
shots?
I
I'm
just
just
I
guessing.
I'm
Okay,
yeah
okay.
I'm also just taking shots too because you just
I don't even remember where Big Bang was.
you
honestly.
just
Was it
assume
New
like
York?
he's not
They're like in Silicon Valley.
He-
in
yeah,
Big Bang.
okay.
he's not gonna grow up in like L.A. and he's not gonna probably
Sure.
grow up in like New York, so it's probably like Midwest at best.
Yeah.
I could see like the fucking Ozarks, like it just making Sheldon be like stick out the most, like
Sure.
some super smart, like just can't stand you kind of kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Sure.
then growing up around like cowboys or Southerners or people that can't read,
Yeah.
Sure.
you know,
And love football and like
yeah, because he won't understand any of that. He won't care about
Yep.
football nights and rodeos
Gonna
and
see
stuff
a
like
light
that.
beer product placement.
Yeah,
Yep.
and killed make
and
fun of somebody for that.
twins. Remember those commercials?
Sorry, what? double mint gum?
Talk about
What did he say?
the Bud Light frogs. Remember the Bud Light frogs?
The Bud Light frogs are just like, I love hanging out with dudes, drinking light beer, and twins.
What is the twins
What
thing?
the hell are you
Okay, maybe this
doing?
was a regional commercial or something.
What is that?
That's fantastic.
It's like a
I don't
dude
know.
singing about all the like the dude stuff that he loves, and also hot twins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My
Is this a Hardee's
God.
commercial? It sounds like a
Maybe.
Hardee's commercial.
I'm pretty sure it was beer, but I don't remember now.
Hot twins love Hardee's.
And twins. Okay. I know I've said it before, and I'm gonna get on my soapbox for 2 seconds. But the first episode of this show is called Pilot.
Really?
There's no way they didn't know they weren't doing at least a
Oh,
season
yeah,
of this
is
show.
a guarantee, right?
It seems like it, yeah. Seems
Like-
like that deal was done.
Like, fuck you, Chuck Lorre. You
Mhm.
knew you
Okay.
named the show.
I have a question then. If that's true, do you film a pilot, quote unquote, in this circumstance just to be able to say, okay, if some of these people don't work out, I can say, screw you, we're recasting you or whatever.
Mm.
Is it a
Mm.
free like gimme? Is it a free mulligan
Is it like
by calling it a pilot?
is it
Because a lot of
some
pilots,
some taxes or something?
yeah. Is there a
Mhm.
write off I'm seriously though. There might be some contractual. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, there might be some
Obligations.
reason why they don't change the name.
You sign on for a pilot, but then like if you don't test well, then they don't have to keep you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there is something to that. I'll Google it.
Yeah, potentially.
I'll find the wiki.
Okay. Because I mean, yeah, it was directed by Jon Favreau, written by Chuck Lorre and,
What?
and Steve Malero.
John
Yeah,
really?
yeah, Happy himself.
Man, he knows how to get money.
Yeah, that man,
That is
that man makes
amazing.
Always
money.
there. Collect that check.
Was this pre-Mandalorian or when did this come out?
2017. It was September
Man.
25th, 2017.
Okay. So
Is that
pre-Mandalorian.
okay? I don't know what the Mandalorian.
He's
came
just getting that. I mean, he directed many like Iron Man. He'd been making director money.
out. Oh, did you also know there's another spin-off show from this called
No.
Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage?
I
And
don't know who that is.
in March 2024, the series, the first episode is planned for October 17th this year. So like a couple weeks after this episode comes out, a first episode of the third TV show in the like Big Bang Theory cinematic universe.
Okay. Yikes.
You're not wrong. Got anything else to say, or should we just watch this and just revel in its greatness?
I know nothing.
All right, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to just state that I'm sure it's gonna be shit.
An honest try.
All right, so let's watch the pilot, because they were uncertain of whether or not Young Sheldon was gonna get picked up. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of Young Sheldon, called Pilot. Or could have called it First Day of School.
Young pilot.
Could have literally called it Day One. I don't know. Anything. Do you got it right, Jimmy?
Sheldon Cooper. Surprise. Spoiler. A 9-year-old genius begins his first day of high school in the 9th grade with his older brother Georgie Cooper Jr. Having shown more skills than a typical child his age, he skipped several grades. Oh. We don't really know how many, though, right?
Well, we know he's 9 years old, and we know he's a freshman in high school. So
yeah.
if you understand
We
where
can do some math
where
there.
kids are, then you can
Mhm.
figure it out. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. On his first day, he questions his teachers and informs students of their rule breaking. He tries to find his place in the new school, and Georgie must deal with having a younger sibling in his class.
Poor Georgie.
Yeah. Yeah. High school, that whole time. That's a tough time.
I think we try to calculate. What do we think this was 1980?
Mm-hmm.
Based on the Purell comment.
I think this is probably just a bad Purell comment. In other internet research I did, it looked like they were placing it late 80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Which fits.
Somewhere
Well,
in the
Purell
80s.
was invented in 88 and it was released to the public in 97.
Yeah.
And what did he say? Sheldon said something like,
17 years later, he actually touched his brother's hand.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so 17 years from when he was 9 years old.
Yeah.
He would have been 26.
Uh-huh.
He shook his brother's hand. And so that time, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it definitely wasn't 1971.
Yeah, definitely it wasn't. It was clearly, yeah, 80s,
It was
late 80s.
bad reference.
Based on the music, too. Yeah, late 80s.
Yeah. I'll say this. I think it's better than The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more the it's a different style, right? It's not the multicam. It's not the Seinfeld, we're seeing three walls and the actors. It's more the Malcolm in the Middle, we're traveling around.
Yeah, it's very much not done in the style of Big Bang Theory, which is, shot in front of a live studio audience.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of your, Malcolm in the Middle is a great comparison.
No laugh track, I think, honestly, helps it
yeah.
immensely.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, when there's no laugh track, it's you don't notice it because you don't know that awful's happening in front of you. So
this is
it's
not a
good.
comedy in the same way either, I feel like. I
Uh-huh.
feel like Big Bang is like every comment, every line of dialogue is
Is a
just
joke.
setting up a joke
Mhm.
or the joke itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was like there is plot here and the family's got some issues. So we have Mom, Mary, and George Senior, the dad.
Who's played by Bill Ponderosa
Ponderosa himself.
from Always Sunny.
Yeah, Lance
Mhm.
Barber. Then we've got the eldest brother, Georgie Jr., Sheldon in the middle, and I think Missy, was the
Yep,
girl's
Missy.
name. She was delightful. She was hilarious.
She's funny.
Mm.
She swore quite a bit.
Did we know
Um,
where this was?
Texas.
East Texas.
East Texas.
Was it Midland?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know. Is that a real place in East Texas?
Midland, Texas is a real place as
Okay.
well. And I think they said they were wearing shirts, I'm pretty sure, like Midland.
That makes
school.
sense. Yeah, we saw like jerseys and stuff
Yep.
from the school too. Yeah, and then we saw some teachers. Trying to think if there's any other like prominent characters.
Well, Craig T. Nelson, coach himself, is a coach in the show. I saw that. I don't think did we see him in this episode?
Nelson. You're talking about Ponderosa?
No.
Wait, you're talking about actual
According
Craig
to
T. Nelson?
according to IMDb, Craig T. Nelson's in the show.
We did not see
We did
Craig
not see
T.
him.
Nelson.
But we saw that who was the principal? He was a guy.
He's just the guy from Better Call Saul. I don't know that he's like
Oh,
a guy beyond that.
I think he's a guy.
You think he's a guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't
He's like
recognize
the
him,
owner of
but-
the banks in Better Call Saul.
Fantastic. And then we had like the new high school homeroom teacher that Sheldon and Georgie are both in for some reason. And then a couple of other pissed off teachers that young Sheldon is already putting it to these teachers.
Yeah. He's obviously going to high school, but Sheldon's a weirdo, so he like read the handbook for the school that no one has ever read before, probably.
I mean, it sounded like they have a pretty in-depth dress code.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
at
I'm
this school.
sure there's a pretty good
At this
dress
public
code for
school.
most schools, technically. I mean, it probably just is like no spaghetti straps, can't show your tummy.
He like pointed out someone's hair length.
Yeah, hair length's weird.
I guess it's the 80s. Who's to say? In Texas. I don't know.
So yeah, he's like 9.
Well, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it the
He's like 9 or so, and he's going to high school to become a freshman, along with his older brother, who's again 5 years older and actually 14 years old to become a freshman. And
yeah.
this is a major point of contention.
It's interesting to think, like he's 9 years old, and I'm sure there is a lot of like Sheldon details that if you were like a diehard Big
Oh.
Bang Theory person and you had like really good memory retention, that there are probably things that he said. Because if you're doing anything okay, you are like documenting the lore of your first show, so that when you do the spin-off with one of those main characters, that like when he says things, hopefully they match up a little bit.
You trust Chuck Lorre to do that?
I want to.
I do know.
I just so
You're
I
assuming that.
so I'm just like thinking about, when did Sheldon graduate high school? He had to have said that at some point in the 400 episodes of Big Bang Theory. No, I graduated high school when I was 14 or 15 or something like that. Like whatever.
Yeah, sure.
There's no way he didn't say that.
He seems like the kind of person who would brag about that.
Yeah. Just like little rando things like that. Because like I think when we're trying to figure out what time did this take place, how old are these people, how old are they when they were in the Big Bang, and blah blah blah. For that kind of stuff, it's like I bet we could figure this out, but I can't because I cannot watch the Big Bang Theory to figure that out. But some people watching this know. Not that it matters, but it's just I'm curious when it comes to like real shows that are related.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
don't
watching
know.
like Better Call Saul and being like, I don't care about what time this is related to Breaking Bad.
Sure.
It's like you care.
Sure. Yeah, it matters. I don't remember. I mean, I've seen some Big Bang. We did the first and last. I don't remember like him having like family or like.
I knew he had a
talking about
mom.
them.
He met his mom at one point.
Okay.
His mom was in it. I don't know if probably a completely different lady. You
Oh,
know?
I'm sure. I hope.
Yeah.
It'd be weird.
So he's going to high school. We had talked about that his homeroom experience is that he's in the same homeroom as his older brother, which is weird. I feel like they probably wouldn't do that. And then when the teacher points out like, oh, and we have like a very like special student who's here like, you know, a little bit early, and then you know, gives him a platform to be like, hey, do you want to say anything? And he like just points out everybody's dress code violations, essentially just narking on everybody.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, cool.
Day one.
Way to be cool, 9-year-old.
I love the description is like, oh, he's like socially awkward or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't get social cues. But if he's supposed to be like in the 4th grade, like this is probably what he's supposed to be doing. He's like he's not acting that much different than his age at that point.
But didn't old Sheldon in Big Bang do shit like this?
Oh, for
too?
sure.
Like, you know
Absolutely.
What I'm saying?
He was socially awkward too.
He may be super duper smart, but he never like grew up.
And that's the thing with, you know, these kids that get, you know, pushed up or whatever is like a lot of times if they're, you know, have some, you know, development for academic stuff, they might not always be as developed in terms of, you know, emotional, social stuff, which is just something that's hard to just like know without learning and interacting with people over years.
Right.
And so that type of thing can be frustrating or challenging for kids that are being pushed up a few years.
Yeah.
But it also kind of feels like what they're doing here is it's not oh, well, he's just 9 and he doesn't understand how to be cool with 14-year-olds. And more of just like it's fucking Sheldon. Sheldon's a weirdo.
This dick Sheldon, he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just quickly flip through the plot things because I feel like we have other things to comment on. But like so that's the homeroom. The next things are
When he goes to basically after that he goes to the principal's office, and then all the other teachers that he presumably met throughout the day are there, and they're like, he told me I smelled.
He corrected me on this.
The math teacher, he's like, she
and I
was
don't
trying
even
to teach
think
me math.
Sheldon was even there. I think it was just his parents.
Yeah, and so they were complaining about that.
Yeah, Sheldon wasn't there because he was like having a moment with like a music teacher.
Oh yes, and I take issue with that scene.
So he walks into like the orchestra room, and a teacher is playing the cello, and then Sheldon sits down at the piano, and just repeats back the melody that she's playing, and the teacher says like, "Oh, you know this sonata also?" And he's just like, "No, I was just listening." And then she's like, "Oh, you play piano?" And he's like, "I don't."
Yet he sat down and played immediately just the exact right perfect notes, which even if you have perfect pitch, that is just not
that means
humanly possible.
That means we're like led to believe that either he is like supernatural gifted, and it just can.
Yeah, this is a mysticism.
Or he has at some point like studied the piano and had never touched one. Like to the like he knows.
Okay.
I know where all the notes are on the piano.
I wonder if that's possible.
But even if you did that, he still then heard the notes she was playing, and he said he didn't know the song.
Right.
And then heard them and then translated that through his brain to knowing what notes then to push.
Possible.
Yeah.
So he heard it and went, that's a C. Because then she did like you can do the perfect pitch. Then Jimmy, go for it.
Yeah. So then she's playing chords. She's playing 3 notes at a time, and he's calling out what the triad is, and that's not a thing.
E flat
if you have
major,
perfect pitch,
C minor.
You wouldn't know what that means.
Yeah.
Just to walk up to it. You have to develop that.
I think this show has
3 musicians and a plane watching TV for 366
I'm
episodes.
furious.
Hit a 3-minute part in a shitty Chuck Lorre thing that was like, that's not fucking possible.
No, that's not how music works.
He made a great thing about he's in church. That's maybe one other plot point is that mom is like super Christian, and tries to drag kids to church, and then in church Sheldon goes, I don't even remember what led to it now, but he goes, "Mom, when can I expect my testicles?" And that was my favorite bit.
I think the sister said she was gonna like hit him in his balls or something like
Yeah,
that, and he
she
said
totally
like
did.
you can't, they haven't dropped yet.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
then he asked his mom when he will receive his
I
balls.
can
When
see that
can I
connecting
expect?
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a 9-year-old, I still don't have balls outside my body. That's my favorite Sheldon bit. Everything that the sister did was more funny than that.
If we can go back to the music bit for a second.
Yes, please.
Just the thing about, so what they present him as like is he's never played the piano but somehow can play all the notes. And he supposedly doesn't know about the music but can name chords just by hearing them by ear. And again, naming chords is a thing just beyond like, oh, you just have perfect pitch so you can identify this pitch. It's you can identify the structure and know
And
the
the
relation
intervals
of
between
how
the
these things fit
notes.
together, and you can
Mhm.
name that.
Mm-hmm.
I think this show, at least for me, has an issue with what it thinks smart is, and that it's just a very different definition from what I have.
Sure.
But I was wondering for you guys, what do you think of when you think of a smart person?
Huh.
I think that's multifaceted.
There's different kinds of smart. Is
Yeah,
that
there's
what you're saying?
definitely different kinds of smart, because there are like quick-witted street smart people, which
Mhm.
is the exact opposite of what we're seeing on this show for sure,
Mhm.
because that is not what Sheldon is.
Yeah.
And those people are generally like at least kind of book smart in certain ways.
Mhm.
And then there's obviously like book smart people that just like can read something, learn something, do whatever, and pick up on it pretty quickly,
Mhm.
and then utilize it
Mhm.
well and accurately and whatnot. And all this thing kind of, they can all mix together. But I think when I think of smart, I guess it's kind of like you're smart in a certain way. But then also, so like when you're talking about music in a way, I don't know why it's not different. Like, cause like a kid, especially who like plays music and is good at music too, like that's a smart kid for sure. Like in a way, but it's almost like you would call that like gifted instead of smart for some
Mhm.
reason. Like I think that's maybe just
Okay, yeah.
like colloquially how you would like say that in a way. Like clearly it takes a smart kid to be able to like pick up a language or like pick up music or do
Mhm.
something like that. Like that's a smart kid.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can be smart in like the arts, you can be smart in books, you can be smart in the street
Okay.
or in socially.
So,
So,
yeah.
so it's a lot of
So
different
you see
levels,
a lot
but
of different ways, a lot of different levels
Yeah.
to be smart. Jimmy, what do you think of a smart person?
Yeah. Now I'm just like hovering on all those things you just said,
Mhm.
but
sorry, my answer was too good.
it's too good. Yeah. Now I'm just confused as what. So what to you, Joe, is Sheldon? That like, is he smart? Is he gifted?
So I think that the show's definition of a smart person is a person who knows things.
Yeah.
And that's why when we are shown this scene of like him being a savant about music, it isn't so much that like he's intuitive about music and he picks up things
Oh.
quick. It's just he already knows them. He just
Sure.
knows the things already.
But it's like impossible for him to know these things.
Right. And like those of us who
Yeah.
are, who have spent time studying these things.
I guess the
Uh-huh.
majority of people that are watching this episode, probably a lot of people, unlike us, didn't spend like years doing like music theory and shit like that.
Yeah.
To like not even be at the level of this fucking TV kid.
Yeah. But yeah, it's us who,
Okay, come on. Let's.
I'm speaking about myself. I'm
crazy.
speaking about myself.
us,
I do not have perfect pitch.
us
Wow.
who watch that and have some knowledge of these things know that like the things that he's presenting here, if we saw something like that and happen in real life, we wouldn't be like, oh my God, what a smart kid. He's so intuitive. It would just be like, oh, so this kid knows this song already? Or, oh, so this kid was taught some chords. That presentation of that is a presentation of learned intelligence and not necessarily intuitive intelligence.
Yeah.
Which is, there's a little bit of a disconnect here where like it feels like what they're trying to say is just like, Sheldon is a gifted boy, to use Josh's word, that like he just has an innate sense of everything. Whereas what they're presenting is just like, no, just somehow Sheldon like read the entire encyclopedia over the past year and just knows everything about everything.
Yeah. I think they're just doing a bad job presenting it. Because I think they want you to think like, oh, this is his first experience with this, and he's just so
he just picks it up
smart that he picks it up, but that's not really how it
is presented.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting too because like when it was a throwaway line potentially by like the math teacher, but she was like, he was talking about like quantum I don't know what she said,
math.
Something mathematical, like like calculus 99 or something.
Yeah.
She said something nuts, like a really high calculus or math thing. I don't even know what she said, but I was like, when she said that, I was like, yeah, because that kid can probably just read math books and like practice math and like learn, like if this kid's super duper smart, he probably could figure that out. And then he went to the music thing, and I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah, but even with what you said there, you just said he's pretty smart, so he could probably just figure it out. That's you saying, I think a smart person is someone who could figure things out.
Yeah.
Whereas what we're presented in the show is like, there's no need to figure things out. If you're smart, you just know it already.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. There's no like problem solving. It's just innate. Yeah. Interesting.
Which is, I think, a little bit of shorthand.
Yeah.
Are there more plot things before I go into like, or before we get into like just like general thoughts?
My only other thing was just to note that this was narrated by Jim Parsons, old Sheldon, if you will.
Old Sheldon.
So that's like the one tie besides, just the character that ties us to Big Bang.
Yeah. The other plot things were, so he gets in trouble because all the teachers are like, this kid knows too much. And then his dad comes talk to him at the end, who his dad is the high school football coach.
Yeah.
And he was relating to him some story about like, hey, like I like at some point a few years ago I had noticed, was it that like kids on another team were too young or something?
He got fired from a gig. Because he called something out.
Yeah. There was something that was against the rules. I think it was like the kids were too young to be on the team or something.
Yeah.
And he like was the whistleblower on that essentially, and he got fired because he narked.
Yeah.
And so he was relating that story to Sheldon because, Sheldon had, narked on all his classmates about the dress code. And it's just, it seemed like the gesture there was, you got to learn how to play the game. It's not always about right and wrong or like by the book or not. Like you have to know how to interact with people and like survive out there and like pick your battles, and also like learn how to like win favor with people.
Yeah.
And sometimes it does like feel shitty to compromise like that, but like it's a lesson you learn. He talks about how Sheldon asks like, when you were fired, like were you mad about it? And he's like, yeah, I was fucking like mad at first, but then kind of sad about it. Which I thought was just like an interesting, like nuanced thing for a Chuck Lorre show.
Yeah, that's fair.
They try to have their Frasier moment.
Yeah, that someone can have two emotions at once.
They did. They totally did, because then at the table, young Sheldon takes off a mitten and holds Dan's hand during the grace with his actual skin.
Mhm.
And that scene leads us to the time paradox in which when Purell
Yeah.
was invented
right.
and what time this show is actually taking place.
And he wouldn't hold his brother George's hand because he was gross, and that's why he wears mittens at the table.
I wouldn't hold that dirty young kid's hand either.
But also the other plot thing we had in this is that just Georgie's really struggling with this.
Mhm.
I mean, he's a ninth grader. It's his first year in school. He's on the football team. He's really pissed because people are making fun of him because now he's the dumb Cooper? Is that their last name? Sheldon Cooper.
Cooper.
Yeah. He's dumb Cooper because his younger brother is in his same grade. So he's struggling a little bit with all of this, and dad is trying to be, a good in between. He does not relate to Sheldon. He relates with Georgie, but he is trying at the end there. He kind of seems like he's not trying at the beginning, like he's just kind of a douche, but by the end, because like he hides Sheldon's tie before the first day of school, and it's like, well, that's kind of a dick move, but he's like doing it because he thinks like my kid's gonna get picked on.
Also,
and
well,
he's right.
I mean, a
Yeah.
tiny child going into a high school zone wearing a bow tie is going to get made fun of
Yeah,
by some high school
by
kids.
me probably. No, I'm just kidding. Bow ties are dope. And like a fourth grader in ninth grade wearing a bow tie. It's adorable. Come on.
Yeah, it's adorable, but when you're in high school with a bunch of high school kids, then you're
Yeah, you're effed.
You're going to get punched.
You're effed for sure.
I have
good?
no interest in watching this show. But I thought it was good. I thought it was
Sure.
a good pilot. Not
Yeah.
even just like, a good like introduction to the show. Like it was funny and I laughed. I'm not
Huh?
interested, but I thought it was enjoyable. I laughed. I thought that the softer, more serious moments like really worked, especially with like, talking to his dad.
Mm-hmm.
I bristle at the I fucking hate the trope of like the kid who's smarter than all the adults and like he's just like so precocious and blah blah blah. But they do level it out a little bit with just like making fun of this kid. And so that helps, and it's not always that he's smarter, and it's also that like, okay, he's maybe book smart in magical ways, like he knows a C minor chord when he didn't even read music before, but he also just doesn't know those social things of just like how to interact with his fellow peers, and that's something that like I could see that being engaging in watching this show and seeing this like essentially this little alien learn how teenagers work.
Yeah.
I bet he does. He never finds out.
I bet it really doesn't register to him.
Yeah, if Big Bang Theory is any I agree. This was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I had low bar.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate it.
No, and like I said right away, it's better than Big Bang Theory already. I
Mhm.
think
Yep.
this one episode was better than any episode I've ever seen of the Big Bang Theory.
I-
All
I-
5 of them, maybe I've seen.
I was
Mhm.
impressed enough to like kind of reassess a little bit my like judgment of Chuck Lorre. Like I always used to think of him as just like
Easy.
he's just the fucking like 2.5 Men guy, Big Bang Theory guy.
Yeah, find the formula and stick with it.
Yeah, but I always used to think he was just like a dumb guy with shitty humor. And maybe that's still true, but
Mm-hmm.
is he a genius though? Is he just making
know.
that? Did he just make? Does he also hate the Big Bang Theory, but just made it because it's
Man.
super popular, and he knew that this would sell?
Makes sense.
I just wrote a note down for when we get done with the final episode to ask if Joe still thinks Chuck Lorre is a genius.
I mean, again, just seeing something like this for him to just go, hey, but I could also do this. Like, freaks me out enough to go like,
That's a good
whoa,
point.
how powerful is this guy though? Because I thought he was just this like shitty auteur who makes this shitty type of TV show, and if he can be like, oh, but I can also step over and do this thing, I'm just like, whoa, wait a second, maybe you're more in control of your powers than I think, and now I'm a little bit scared of what you can do.
Oh man.
I also think that like it potentially some of what makes this better is a lot of the things I hate in the other Chuck Lorre shows, specifically 2.5 Men and Big Bang Theory, are like the gross like sex jokes that they make. And with this being about
and
kids,
sexist jokes.
way less sex and sexist jokes. Yeah.
Wait for it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep.
There's still time.
Young Sheldon's gonna grow up.
Have we done Mom? Wasn't that during? I think that's
Is that Anna or whatever?
I think that's done. Anna Faris was in it. Allison Janney
Allison
was the
Janney,
mom.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to, because I love Allison Janney, but like, feel a little bit like she sold out to do a Chuck Lorre show. But you know, you got to get that money, I guess.
Get that.
I mean,
money.
wasn't Allison Janney on like Glee?
I don't think so.
Or was that the other lady I'm thinking of? That's not Allison Janney. It could be any number of other women.
Oh my
actors.
gosh, Jane, Janet. What?
Do you actually
the
know
coach?
Who, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Jane is right.
It won't. Lynch.
Jane Lynch.
Is that? Are you thinking of Jane Lynch?
Yeah.
For God's sake, it's a very different human. Both very funny. Great actors.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of amazing women actors.
Jane Lynch is in Only Murders in the Building, and she's fantastic.
Predictions.
Cool.
I got 4. And since I still don't have trust in Chuck Lorre, you guys might have some of these.
Oh.
Number 1, a baby's born.
Oh.
Probably not Sheldon's, but
makes
like,
sense.
why wouldn't a baby be born at the end? Number 2, a flash forward.
I have that too.
Number 3, a Big Bang cameo.
Okay. What
So-
do you mean by that?
Anybody that's in the
Like,
Big Bang
okay.
Theory, the main
Got it.
cast cameo.
I assume that like if we're doing a fast forward. Well, okay.
You don't know. We don't know.
Yeah,
Who
that's
knows?
true.
Number 4, Sheldon's going to college.
I also have that.
Because that also seems like a good. They're like they're moving, or he's going to college, or like that kind of stuff. It was all like funeral, wedding, moving, college. What like?
Yeah.
There was 10 tropes to pick from.
Yep.
And those are the 4 that I picked.
Nice.
All right, who's next?
I'll go. I think we get a flash forward to old Sheldon. And I don't think
Oh.
I'm not saying
Not mid Sheldon like that we've seen.
Not Jim Parsons?
mid Sheldon that we've seen. I think Jim Parsons in makeup or potentially a different actor to look like a 70, 80-year-old Sheldon.
Old Sheldon.
It's just like
Old Sheldon.
Michael Caine for some reason.
It's just Michael Caine for some reason.
It's just British now.
My next one is that Sheldon gets dumped.
By that music teacher.
Oh God.
They seem like they had a spark going. You know.
Oh God.
Ooh.
I just think that because he ends up with somebody at the end of Big Bang Theory, right? That like I bet there's
Oh,
something.
for sure.
that-
Doesn't he get married or something?
Yeah, I think so. But I think there's something where it ties together, and it's just like, oh, because like I thought this person was the love of my life, and it didn't work out, and then I eventually met the real love of my life. I don't know. I think that there's a reference to a Batman movie. I think
Ooh.
my prediction, because I think Sheldon he's like a DC guy, right?
That sounds right.
I picture him in
Yeah.
like a Flash shirt.
Yep, like a Green Lantern, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them probably.
So I think in this last season, he's either like really into Batman Forever or Batman and Robin.
Ooh, yeah.
One of the new Batman movies that came out.
Oh man, yes. Gross.
Yeah.
It's just so bad. And he's probably gonna say something about like, Robert, George Clooney, or something.
About like he wasn't the
But
right Batman
who's
or
the
something,
who's
or
the best Batman?
Val Kilmer.
Val. That's what I was
Kilmer's-
trying to
Yeah.
come out. R.I.P.
And then my last one, Michael Caine for some reason.
You serious? You bastard.
I maybe didn't have a fourth prediction. And,
Oh god, I want that
but
for
now
you.
if Michael Caine comes in, hey, point.
I don't think it's out of the question.
Right? Okay, so I also had, like I said, Sheldon in college. I also have Flash Forward. I wrote that we see Leonard.
Oh,
I probably should have looked up.
young Leonard or Leonard?
Yeah, I think like we see young Leonard. Maybe like we see him meet Leonard.
Okay.
I'm assuming if we're seeing that in this show that it's not the actual guy. I don't know his name.
To be able to be friends with Sheldon, you're gonna have to meet him young.
Is that guy in anything?
Leonard?
else? Yeah.
Like
He's from Roseanne.
yeah, I was gonna
That's
say,
what it
Roseanne.
is. He's the young kid in Roseanne.
Yeah, he's the boyfriend
Oh, he's the boyfriend
of
the gal.
the daughter.
of Roseanne's daughter. Yeah. That's right. I was thinking like, oh, I know Jim Parsons from stuff because like he's in Garden State. And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
the knight, and he's like, it says balls on your face,
Yeah.
on Zach Braff's face.
Yeah, that's great.
Fantastic. He's the knight at Medieval Times. And he's walking around,
Man, I
in
haven't watched
full
Garden State
armor.
in a while.
which makes no sense. Garden State's so good. So I said Sheldon College, flash forward, see Leonard, and then I have divorce.
Oh, like mom and dad.
I think mom and dad. I mean, I assume we probably, if we were big Bang fans, we would know what's going on with Sheldon's like family life. But that seemed like that was not going in a good direction.
maybe
not
not.
on the same page.
I mean, it seems like one of them was religious. One of them liked one son, and one of them liked the other son. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and she was trying to protect Sheldon. He seemed like he was kind of a douche.
He's
He's
trying to
got a lot
protect.
of-
He was trying to protect Sheldon in his own
By
way.
the end, yeah. By the end, he came around to him, but also Sheldon also like called him out for like drinking beer all the time. I just think this is a home that's ready for divorce.
Fair enough. Okay, so those are it.
Yep.
Well, the last episode is called Memoir
Of a divorce.
of a Geisha.
Oh God.
So we're gonna watch that, and we'll be back. And we're back. We're done with the final episode of Young Sheldon. It was called Memoirs. Memoirs. You right up, Jimmy?
Yeah. Hang on to your butts.
All right.
Your Jurassic Park butts.
I'm hung.
Oh.
What? You're hung?
He told me to hang on to my butts.
Oh, hung Sheldon.
I'm hung.
Oh, that's a very different show. Oh, boy. 27 days after George's funeral, Sheldon, now a college graduate, prepares to leave for California when Mary insists that he and Missy be baptized. Wait. Okay. They are reluctant to do so until Connie convinces them otherwise. Connie's Mima, right? Connie's grandma?
Must
Annabelle?
be. I don't
believe
know
so.
of
Yeah.
Connie.
That threw me just to read Connie just then. Connie convinces them otherwise, not wanting to see her daughter overwhelmed by grief. She visits Mary while she is praying at George's gravestone, urging her to spend time with her children before they leave the house. At the church, a still grieving Missy storms out, but Sheldon, wanting to show support for Mary yet stay hygienic in a potentially unsanitary tub of water, dons a wetsuit and scuba diving gear to be baptized. In the present day, the adult Sheldon is revealing to have been writing his memoir of his Texas childhood the entire time. He now so this was a reveal, I guess. that all the
He
narrating.
was narrating the whole thing.
Yeah, but
it
I
was
guess
such a How I Met Your Mother bullshit scenario.
that's a good point. Yeah, so it's the reveal that he's narrating because he's writing his memoir. He now lives in suburban Los Angeles with his wife, Amy Farrah Fowler, their son Leonard, and an unnamed daughter. Amy struggles to convince Sheldon to join her in watching Leonard play in a school hockey game until he finally concedes when he realizes that he should spend more time with his children, as Mary and George did with him, Missy, and Georgie. As they leave, Amy mentions that their daughter wants to take acting lessons, to which Sheldon groans that they should not have let Penny babysit the children. So just, name-dropping Big Bang characters. Sheldon visualizes himself in his childhood home sometime after Mary sold it, recalling one of the last conversations he had with Missy before leaving for California. Missy asks what Sheldon is doing, and he replies that he's taking it all in one last time so he can remember it when he's older. She asks if he will remember her, and he says that he has no choice but to remember her because of his IDTech memory? IDTech? What is that? Okay. In the end,
He's got a photogenic memory.
he's got a memory. Young Sheldon arrives at Caltech when a professor passing by asks if he is lost. He replies that he is where he belongs. That professor being David Paul Salzberg, experimental particle physicist and professor of U of California.
It's such a funny thing, and I'm pretty sure the Big Bang Theory did it too when they sometimes had real scientists around.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, who is that servicing? Are there
yeah, I think it's
who's watching big Young Sheldon and being like, I really wish that an experimental physicist would be on this show.
Yeah,
Because it really, it's kind of maybe the producer Chuck Lorre or anybody else being like, got him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this feels like an industry thing. So David Paul Salzberg's wiki says that he is known for his science consultancy work on various television and films, like Big Bang, Manhattan, and Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
I appreciate when shows do stuff where they actually try to get things right.
Yeah, someone tell us if they didn't get a musician for that first episode, which really, drives me nuts.
Yeah, they got it. Well, they got a person with perfect pitch.
They didn't
Young
get
Sheldon.
a consultant to talk about how perfect pitch works with them. But, whatever.
Yeah. Joe, what'd you think?
Again, much like the first episode, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good finale. I thought it had funny moments. I thought that I thought the plot itself was engaging and interesting, and I don't want to get into a half an hour discussion of what would you do, but I thought it was interesting.
But what would you do?
Yeah, so anyways, I wouldn't
what would you do?
not gonna watch this show, but I thought it was interesting. No, I mean the central thing is it seems like the last episode was young Sheldon's dad's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And then so this is the aftermath of the passing away of the patriarch.
Yeah, and for reference,
Mm-hmm.
I think that the episode before called Funeral and this episode Memoir were on the same night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
and then
Right.
so the central conflict here is Sheldon's mom, who again we established this in the first episode, is very Christian and seems to be the only one in the immediate family who is very much a believer.
Evangelical.
Uh-huh.
Southern Texas.
That in the aftermath of her husband passing away, that she believes he's gone to heaven because he was baptized, and that she wants the same for her children, because this is very much at the forefront of her head that what happens when you die, and
Oh, you're
the
right.
the next thing that I want to protect, if I can't protect my husband because he's already gone, is I want to make sure my kids are okay. And this is like, this is a thing that, like, as someone, like, I don't want to get into much detail here, but like, as someone who is like very much a non-believer, but like, has family that are believers, this is something that I have had to navigate in my personal life, and like dealing with my parents, and like, working through how we do church things, because it is the, a same way of like, even if I don't believe, I still want to respect their traditions and things. Also, especially if it's like not a big deal for me, right? Again, if it's something that like I just don't believe in anyway, like what's the harm in doing this? But there is something to like, taking a stand on those things and sticking to like, well, even though I don't necessarily think that this really matters, it is still something that a non-belief is still a belief. And I think it is still important to stick by those beliefs and have, and it's important for other people to respect those beliefs and non-beliefs as well.
Yeah, the show kind of had I feel like there was more deep meaning, or more like kind of like, like thought put into like what the places these people were put into, where Sheldon and his sister Missy and what his mom wanted, and their back and forth, like, because it was a big topic for most people, probably, like in general, because people think one way or the other for sure. And then they actually dealt with it, where I'm like, do they do that in other Chuck Lorre show? Like in 2.5 Men, like, what was the deepest thing really ever talked about in that show besides who Charlie Sheen's gonna bang? Yeah. Kind of thing, or like whatever. So it was, I liked that there was substance to this episode.
And even the way that they resolve that.
Kind of,
like a lesser... Man, I'm complimenting a Chuck Lorre show now, but like, like another show, or an easy way out would be, Sheldon and his sister don't want to do this, but then they're like, okay, well, mom wants to do this, so I guess we'll go do it. And that's kind of where you see the show going. But what ends up happening is, they split. That Sheldon does go forward with it, because even though he doesn't believe or whatever, he still like believes in his mom and wants to like show some support for her.
That was the bookmark where he's like, no, I don't believe in this, but I believe my mom,
which is something that that doesn't make sense to me. That means nothing to me. What do you mean?
It doesn't mean what he's saying.
It doesn't mean what he's saying.
It just means that he like loves his mom, wants her to be happy.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, with a touch of nuance that, okay, Sheldon's gonna do it, and this is gonna tie into like the future storyline and blah blah blah. But there is some nuance of like his sister isn't going to do it, and she's also like not wrong, and that's one way to go about this also.
What's also interesting too, to skip ahead a little bit, but it all relates when this is like they are both eventually going to do it because their grandma. Annie Potts. Hot grandma Annie Potts.
Hot Mima. Still got it.
She convinces them.
Hey, hot grandpa Craig T. Nelson also still got it.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got it in like a charming, like sleepy Joe Biden kind of way. Like he's an old guy, but like you still see him there. He's a handsome guy.
Yeah. But
if Biden played guitar in his boxers, he'd still be running.
He'd still be president.
He is still the president.
He'd still be president.
Oh,
Obama's
he would have won for sure.
President.
Yeah, Obama's shadow president.
Shadow president.
Oh God. Okay.
Malia Obama is shadow president.
But like Grandma Annie Potts comes and is like, you guys should just do this. Like, I'm worried about my daughter, your mom. Like, she needs this. Just do it for her, And they're kind of like, okay, fine.
They agree immediately.
Yeah.
Because Mima has that power.
Yeah. And then they get to the church, and we saw it a little bit earlier where Georgie's wife now, I don't know,
wife
baby mama for sure.
Yeah.
definitely part of the family. She says like, "Oh, hey, I'm sorry" to like Missy, and Missy's like, "Everyone keeps telling me they're sorry about this." So like you can tell her she's just like, "I just want to like deal with this," but people keep bringing up that my dad's dead, basically, and like it's like gets it under her. And then when they get to the church, then the priest reverend guy brings it up, and he's like, "Hey, thank you for doing this. I'm so sorry." And then she's like, "Well, fuck you then. I'm not doing it." Kind of thing, which is interesting because it's like, I guess at the beginning of the show, you would say Missy's probably the one that's gonna do it, just because she's a normal person.
Yeah,
sure.
You know, but she's
normal, but she's also seems to be on the same side as Sheldon on a lot of things.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
I think I mean, it kind of makes sense.
They're like close.
Yeah, as like a younger sister, she's probably close to Sheldon, even though she's weird. It's like she speaks Sheldon where most people don't because she's so similar to it. We have a friend, Jake.
Okay,
that's some people. Like, you guys know, but we have
Sheldon.
But no, he's not. Sorta. He's not Sheldon. Sorta. But once again, he's like, we have a friend. He's super smart, like in his own way, and he says shit, and most people are like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
You gotta speak.
And I am like, he wants you to do this. And they're like, "How do you know that?" And I'm like, "I speak Jake."
Yeah.
You know, and like not everyone does, and she speaks Sheldon.
Yeah.
And then she gets to like the thing, and the priest like basically like pisses her off, and you know she's already emotional, obviously, because her dad just died, because it's pretty fresh. Like I think it's like within a month. And you know, and then she's like, "Well, screw you guys," because she's still like a teenager.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
Yeah,
she's younger.
Impressive that either one of these people, like, it's just impressive that I guess a teenager in general would be like empathetic enough to just be like, "Okay, we'll do this for my mother or mother," kind of thing. But then Sheldon does it in the end, which is like one of those like. It's like, I guess of course he was gonna do it, you know, but
and he does it in his own way. He's wearing a full scuba suit and stuff.
He does it in a way that's like incredibly embarrassing and not at all like what is supposed to happen in this ritual.
He doesn't. I know halfway through the show,
Sheldon's it.
Halfway through the episode, Joe was like, "Would you do it, Josh?" And I was like, "Just fucking do it. Doesn't matter."
Yeah, and I think that's what, you know, they were kind of getting at is like, yeah, like yes and no. It maybe it matters. Like it matters to stay true to yourself, but like grandma comes and makes the point like mom is not doing well. Mom's doing bad, and like this means a lot to her. I said like don't do it, because like in the evangelical church especially, it's not just like infants, like they don't know. Obviously they don't know. Yeah. But like in the evangelical church, you're an adult, and like this, you are making this like statement.
Yeah, you're making a commitment.
And so if you don't,
there's expectations,
and they even make a joke about it. The reverend pastor makes a thing like, this is a big get for me, because everybody knows Sheldon doesn't believe. Is vocal about that. So like, you know, don't do it. But
it is funny because it is like a don't do it big deal for like me, who I'm like, whatever, I don't give a shit. Like, you know, like if someone super important was like, I mean, I guess if they said, now that you do it, you have to go to church with me every single Sunday until the end of times, I'd be like, well, I guess I can't do it because I can't be bothered to do that. But they were like, it's 20 minutes, it's whatever. I could see some people maybe being mad that they're making light of the religion in a way.
That's something to consider too.
Yeah.
Like,
but this was just like, I meant like viewers kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
But but I was like, well, in the shoes of the people in this episode, it's more just a symbolic thing.
Yeah, they know.
It's a symbolic
Sheldon,
thing.
They know the family
in general, but then the mom actually will believe that will save her child eventually. But if it was like a reverse role, say like Sheldon was older and he was like, "Mother, I need you to be like christened Jewish or something," I don't know, like, or whatever.
Yeah, why
and
not?
She was mega Christian or whatever, she would be like, absolutely not. Most likely, right? If she was like a devout,
I would say yes. An evangelical would say hell no.
Right.
They don't understand that Jesus was actually Jewish. So I was just thinking. So this started in 2017. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, so I just thought the other side of that, where I was like, oh, it's kind of funny how like Sheldon doesn't care, so he's like doing a nice symbolic gesture for his mother, who to her it's like a great thing. But if their roles were reversed in a way of he wanted her to like be baptized in the Church of Satan.
It's not satanic.
But what if he was?
Oh, sure.
And
sure.
his dad just died, and he wanted to like help his mom in some weird metaphoric
I want to
way.
make sure, Mom, that you go to hell.
That's not what the church.
How do I know that you're going to hell?
In all
If
fairness,
you don't get baptized in the Church of Satan.
I mean, in all fairness, that is not what the Church of Satan does. Technically, the Church of Satan is
Sure.
actually very good.
Do they
To
even
their-
believe in hell?
They really just don't. They don't really.
I
I mean,
don't-
I think they're mostly they're just really an actually like agnostic or atheist in a weird way. It's not really about worshiping Satan. I don't really know. I don't give a shit. I just want to point that I don't give a fuck. Or no.
I was just wondering, is this 2017 to 2024? Like, how much of this writing of like, because like just in this country right now, in like the political landscape, which includes like heavy evangelical influence, like what, I wonder how much of that, like, what does this show mean to that? Like, is there some sort of like statement being made of like, I don't know,
Yeah. How is this playing in different?
what's the
Demographic.
audience
Yeah.
here? There's a lot of deconstructing Christian evangelicals who are like seeing this and like,
Yeah.
that's my experience, you know?
I bet they
Like,
don't go.
Mom made me get baptized.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's
To save my
playful
soul.
to the point where it's like a lot of like evangelical people that watch TV, because also like you got to get people that watch TV, and that
Yes.
probably is a
Network
large.
TV.
It is probably a bunch of, in a weird way, it's probably a lot of evangelical people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
or,
I don't want like
Yeah.
I don't know,
I mean,
just-
and it's a
it seems
they
accurate
make
to me.
light of it in this, you know, it's silly.
and
so.
they do that and whatever, and then the people that aren't for it, it's like the two kids, and then those people, older people that are watching this that are Christian like that, are like, I remember when my kids were like that, you know, like it's almost probably
Yeah, there might be some
nostalgic.
element, of like, oh yeah, I remember when my kids didn't understand, but like, yeah, it's good that Sheldon did that.
and then I remembered when I killed my husband, and then they finally did believe.
Oh God.
I mean, when Jesus took him.
This isn't the Westboro Baptist Church, is it?
No, they're in Texas,
Okay.
Oof.
so they're near Waco, I believe. No, just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah, again, way better than I expected. Still never gonna watch it.
Yeah. I'm not that in. I feel like I'm into everybody but Sheldon, and it just reminds me of, we watched The Good Doctor, and it's like, it's some overacting of what they believe that autism looks like, but it's like not what that actually looks like.
Yeah. I
And
also
so it's like,
don't
ugh.
think it's a good, and this was much more prevalent in this episode where Jim Parsons, as medium Sheldon, is in it.
Right.
That I just don't think young Sheldon matches up with adult Sheldon.
Yeah.
They just don't act the same at all.
Okay, I was like acting
That's
physically, metaphorically.
Yeah, just acting, but also like that. I don't know. It just, again, presentation of show makes a big difference, and it just seems like young Sheldon is more thoughtful than I ever saw adult Sheldon being.
I don't think adult Sheldon would like ever get baptized.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it just doesn't connect.
Adult
He
Sheldon
didn't even want to go to his son's hockey game just because he doesn't like hockey.
he made the
That's
connection.
not a religion.
He made the connection on why it was so important to him as a child, how his parents did shit he didn't give a, like they didn't care about for him.
Yeah.
And then he would have, besides like basically like his totalitarian Bialik wife. I don't know what's her name in the show?
Wasn't it
Amy?
Amy?
Is it
something,
Amy?
Something?
Um,
Amy Farrah Fowler.
Amy. besides her just being not totalitarian, just being like she knows how to deal with Sheldon, just being like, you're fucking doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're gonna be a human. I was like, well, I mean, and then I thought, you guys have 2 children?
Yeah, well, because every once in a
Penny
while
and
she's got to teach him a lesson.
I imagine they have 2 children so she can hang out with 2 other actual people besides the robot she married.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah, it seems like he like at Caltech he regressed socially and emotionally from where he was as a 16-year-old or whatever.
Yeah, I'm
don't
not
we
sure.
all?
How old, do we know how old he was in that last episode?
Oh,
We don't, only that we know that he's entering college early,
No.
same as he was entering
yeah,
high school early.
and the wiki said that at some point, like at the beginning when we saw them, he was already out of Caltech, and I think maybe because we didn't see the episode directly before, because maybe Dad actually died after, or like while he was at Caltech or something.
Oh, and then he left, and then
at the end we were actually like flashing back a little bit, is what the wiki said.
Okay. Then
Before-
yeah, I don't understand that.
So I think that's just because we didn't watch the funeral.
Yeah. Okay.
But also, it was weird because like he would look slightly different for a scene. He had like weirdly black hair for a scene. Anyone notice that? I think there was some slight changes to signify like time jumps, but
Gotcha.
I wasn't following.
I was not picking up on those details. I can promise you that.
I'm sure they didn't matter at all.
I'm going to probably mimic what Joe kind of said. Once again, I don't want to give Chuck Lorre any form of kudos, but this seemed like at
Enjoy
least maybe
the $2.99
as a
Chuck.
showrunner and or writer, he maybe is actually fucking after way too much success under his belt. He finally is like maybe figuring out how to write like a heartfelt show that is kind of good, funny at times, way funnier than any episode of Big Bang I've seen. Both of these episodes were.
Different brand, yeah.
Yeah, so kudos on that. I don't want to watch any more of this show.
No.
It's not for me. It's not good. It's not good TV, really, but it's way better than what I've seen of his before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
it's just not the same formulaic, like, set up a joke, knock it down.
No, there's like feeling.
Yeah.
But like it's because it's like the other shows that he has, that when you try to put in feeling, it just seems so fake, and this seemed realer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, not bad.
So have you seen any, I think I saw, is there more Frasier coming out?
Yeah, I think this is season 2 on the Paramount Plus one.
I saw a couple episodes of it on a plane in July or June, but I haven't seen the full season.
Reboot season. Pretty good.
Yeah.
So
good.
I haven't seen it at all,
first couple episodes,
but I never finished
were good.
original Frasier, so.
God.
You should not watch new Frasier.
I haven't earned it yet.
You haven't.
No,
earned it.
you haven't earned it. Jimmy, got any final thoughts on this beast before you predict?
No. I refuse.
All right.
I think his testicles finally dropped. From what I understand.
Inconclusive.
Hung Sheldon.
Hung Sheldon.
I hope that's one of our chapters.
I forgot about chapters.
Oh man,
no.
I can't wait. Just wait till our first and lasties coming up pretty soon.
Oh man,
Spooky month coming up soon. It's gonna be a time.
the chapters are gonna be Underrated Babe and Hung Sheldon.
Annie Potts. ... Underrated babe. Hung Sheldon.
God, we would be so lucky for
If
that
we could,
AI.
if we could make our own, they'd be so good. My first prediction was a baby's born. That happened in the previously on. Unfortunately,
At some
did not
point,
happen
yeah.
in this episode. So no, but I did great after that. A flash forward. flash forwarded to him writing his memoir.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. And along with that, there was a Big Bang cameo with Miam. I thought the other lady was his wife. But
Penny?
No. There's a little blonde one. She's married. She's like the other white
one.
nerd that's not the Roseanne
Okay.
guy or Sheldon. That one, that's the
Okay.
lady. He's married to her.
I don't know who you're talking about. I'm pretty sure he's married to Mayim in the show.
No, I know that. But like,
Oh.
I'm saying Sheldon's married to Mayim
Yeah.
or whatever, Blossom.
Uh-huh.
And then Leonard is doing Penny or whatever. If they get married,
Uh-huh.
I don't remember. And then there's
think so.
there's another white nerd. That's
Alright.
Because there's the brown guy. I forget his name too. I don't know.
Probably brown guy.
Brown guy. And there's a white guy and a brown guy. And the other white guy is like married or dating this other little like blonde girl with like glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Her name might start with a B.
Bernadette?
Nah.
Bernadette.
Which you're talking about Raj, maybe?
Raj is the brown one. For sure.
For sure.
Okay, yeah. And then there's Howard.
Howard. Yep. Howard's the one married to Bernadette.
Ah, okay.
So a Big Bang cameo. So I got that point too. Because Blossom was there. And then number 4, Sheldon goes to college and he went to Caltech. And he did go to Caltech in the end. So
Mm-hmm.
3 points.
Wow.
Yeah. Who knew if you make a show that I hate?
I mean, we'd think by now we would get like 4 points on Chuck Lorre shows by now, because
Just predict them.
I mean,
Yeah.
I thought I did 4 pretty generic things, but also like flash forward in a Big Bang cameo. Those were a 2.
that's
It was
basically
an all or none.
That's a 2 for 1,
It was a 2 or a 0.
I guess.
Yeah. And I picked 2 and I got it. Joe?
I had a flash forward to old Sheldon, which we didn't. have.
He was older
He's old
than like Big Bang Sheldon, for sure.
He
Yeah,
wasn't-
but you
he
I
wasn't
saw
specifically-
that.
some like grays or something.
But he wasn't like 70 Sheldon like
Yeah.
you were talking.
Yeah.
I guess we should have, yeah.
I had that
Specified.
You specified.
Sheldon gets dumped, which it didn't seem that he had.
Got
any-
dumped by his dad, if you know what I mean.
Oh god, yeah, we didn't find out how he died, did we?
No.
In this episode, okay.
Probably
Probably because
cardiac arrest.
he had to get away
Assume,
from
right?
Sheldon. He couldn't get.
9/11. I don't know.
Oh,
never forget.
I thought that there would be a reference to a Batman movie, which there wasn't really any pop culture. And then Michael Caine for some reason, and just Michael Caine for no
Fucking
reason.
as Alfred, in
Just
Batman.
as Alfred, he just comes in, and starts calling Sheldon Master Wayne.
Michael
His-
Caine. Michael Caine as Jeremy Irons as Alfred.
His wife did make a crack about him that he used to only wear T-shirts from a comic book store.
Oh, yeah, that was the one. Slightly
So
pop culture.
we got close.
So no points.
Okay, I also had Sheldon College, so I got that one, and I also had Flash Forward, so I got that one. But I didn't get divorced. Instead, he was dead. And then we did not see Leonard. Neither original Leonard nor child Leonard that we
How
heard
much
so much
would
about.
you have fought for a point if we saw a baby that was named Leonard?
I mean, my prediction just said see Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I'm so fucking glad we didn't see that kid.
I thought about that too when we were watching. I was like, so help me God, if we see this baby and we have to wrangle over whether that's Leonard or not.
I would have fought.
This
Half a
podcast is so antagonistic at this point.
I would have gotten that half point out of you.
I would have given you point
You would have
2.5.
caved.
Okay, well, that's going to do it for us this week, listeners. If you want to send us show suggestions, you sure can at FNL Podcast on the Gmail, on the Twitter, and an Instagram. We have those things. Hit us up. Let us know what shows you want us to watch, why we should respect Chuck Lorre more. You'll be wrong, but
already
you
told
can
us.
try to tell us why. That'd be great. We'd love to hear from you. But it's going to do it for us this week. Thank you for listening. We'll see you again next time. Goodbye.